Okay, here I'm going to show how to work with the ROS core on the VSL image on your laptop together with the Raspberry Pi on the Romba platform, but it would be the same for the Turtle bot in principle. So I have to open my PuTTY terminal, and if you haven't installed PuTTY, you need to try to find it on the net and install it. And I need to have access to my Raspberry Pi, and my laptop must be on the same net as the Raspberry Pi, and I have my local net here with Netgear. So that's important. The Raspberry Pi and the laptop must be on the same router, or thereby the same network. And my Pi, I know the IP address, which I easily can find connecting the Raspberry Pi to a keyboard and a mouse and the HDMI screen in the room, and then connect to the network in the room where you are, and look up in the right corner for networks and connect, and then use ifconfig to fetch the network address, the IP address. And mine is, as you can see here, 192.168.1.5. And I always log in as Pi, and my password on the images for the I create Romba is RASP, RASP. And then I am now communicating through the network to the Raspberry Pi. And there I have installed the ROS, and we can see the Catkin workspace here to the left, and then we have to go down in the Catkin workspace each time we run a node. That's one thing, but wait a second, I need to go back here. And then I need to open up the bash file to fill in the network address for my PC running the Ubuntu with the ROS on. So I say sudo here, and then nano, and then .bash rc, and the password is rasp, and then I scroll by the arrows down to the bottom because there is the address for my local or my PC. That is the ROS master, which the server must be running on the PC. And my host name could be this symbolic name of the image for the Romba I create. For the turtle body, it has another name after the @ sign. You can see what the name is, and then you can use that .local. Then you don't need to actually have the IP address in play. Now, so to get this address, I need now to run the VSL as administrator. Yes, and then I have to say ipconfig here. So get the different adapters, IP addresses, and you can see here I have a Wi-Fi, and the address I need now is this one. I can say Control C, and then I can go back here, and with the arrow sign, only the arrows here left, the right arrow, I can then change it. It's been so nice to have having you here in this show. Boom, 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 boom. And then right mouse button normally works. It does not work. Yo, it works here. Hold on. And the port is the 5 digits here, you don't need to touch them. I think I had to readjust here, sorry. Sudden. And then I have to put that address in instead of the symbolic one, Control C. So we will become quite good at the bash thing here, because it's just down here, but it's normally not necessary to change it except if you go to another network. So we'll try here to take it in, right mouse button here, Control X, yes, save it, and then source, bash RC. And then I have to say source, else it will not work without rebooting. It's easier just to source it. Bash RC, then it is sourced. Then I have to go to the Catkin. Tab is good to use together with two, as we saw, two letters, CA and then tab, then it is giving me the rest, and I say return, enter, and then I'm here. Now I have to go on my VSL machine, and then I have to go to the user where I have the network file, the network script file. I need to run that with the correct address for my PC. And the easiest is to say cd and then the tilde here in Danish, return. Then we get directly to the user, and there I can say list, and then you can see the script is network.ps.1. On the learn, there is also a tutorial how to get that working. I hope it works here. So I need to open it with a notepad or something like that before I run it. So note block, and then I say open, and then I have to find my user, and then it is here. Okay, open, and now I have it still in my on my clipboard, so it's very easy to go down here and simply change it. Control V, yes, and then save and exit. And now I have to invoke it so it is known from the Ubuntu machine we soon will start up. So arrow up here remembers previous work, and then I try to execute it. I hope it works. Then I have to start my Visual Code Studio actually to have the terminals. That's the easiest here to work in that. So code, and then I connect into the VSL machine. So we need to have a plugin here for VSL installed. It is have to new VSL window using distributes. Yes, this one. And if we are lucky, it will get connected. It is now connected. And then we have this here at the top, the terminals. It's a new terminal. Then we are here. See, it's my Ubuntu now. And what I want to do is to run the ROS core now. And now it becomes a little bit interesting if it's, oh yeah, there's another thing here, sorry. So now I need to go into my bash file here. Sorry, we need to, each time we start it up, we need to change the IP address for the VSL machine because it's not static, unfortunately not. So sudo oh, sudo nano dot bash rc here. Before I do that, I have to find ifconfig in Linux, and then I get the address here. This one must be set into the bash file for the master, as we did on the Raspberry Pi. Control C, I think, can be used, and then see it is already there, and the DCU 6253 exclamation sign, I think. Okay, it was not that password, it is my own private. Sorry, but the password for the image, if you have installed the image, is the course name plus an exclamation sign. I'm quite sure. Now, here we have to have the correct VSL IP address in here before we can run the ROS core. Right mouse button, and then it is automatically getting in here. And don't touch the port. Right mouse button, it's here. Control X, yes. And then we have to source it as on the Raspberry Pi. Now we are ready. ROS core. And you see it was starting very fast up. Now the ROS core is there. Then we go back to the Raspberry Pi. And now I want to launch the driver for the communication through a serial cable to the Raspberry to the Romba's hardware. That I need to start always, and then afterwards I can start other programs which rely and use that program to communicate. Data by publish subscribing, no. If I'm very lucky here, then I have it from previous times. It is here. If the Romba is version 500, 600, I think it is that one. Now we will see if it works. Give it absolutely the last chance before I close this recording. Yes, now we are connected. You see here, now it is connected. So that's very good then. If we then would like to use the arrows to control it on the PC, then you can open a terminal here, and then we can try to run the tele-op twist. And tele-op twist is installed on the in the Catkin workspace. You can go there, Catkin CDSRC, then you can see it. So we can do that in one step. Suddenly ls, then you can see you can't see anything because it's not installed. So we can do that. Browse for it. I know how to do that. We simply say tele up twist keyboard, and then we get directly to the ROS, and there is a link to Git, and then we say we go there and follow how to install it. We have to say code and then copy here and back here to the terminal, where we say git clone, right mouse button, and then we have to get one step up. Then we call ROS depends update before we do catkin make. Takes a little while here to go through that. Yes, and then we can say catkin underscore make, and if we are lucky, then it will compile the library, and thereby we have access to calling it. See, yes, it's done. Then we have always to say source devel set up dot bash. Then we can use it, but how to use it? Yeah, back to the installation guide, because there is an example for how to do it. We say run pi. So what I do here, I go into my terminal here, and then I have this, and then it opens up, and now it will become, we can say, an other. And if the connection to the Raspberry Pi and the robot still is there, then we should see a list where you can see that is the topics our Romba publish, and there should be a command velocity. So therefore it is a here the master business again, I hope. We can use the keyboards here through the terminal, so we need to have one more here. That is the solution. Sorry. Duplicate sessions pi rasp, and then I run it from here. Then now it should see it. Yes, and then I can use the K on my keyboard, or I, or whatever. I cannot remember it, but some of these should do. Yes, I was moving it forward, and comma is moving it backward. So that's the way. So sorry, the setup has to run on the Raspberry Pi, not on the desktop. That was all for now. I have to stop this video production. From the question is, from where actually? Where is it? Where is it? If it is still there, it's here. It is. Yes.